Hello everyone and welcome back to Easy Natural English with Liam. As usual, I'll be speaking to you in natural English that's just a bit easier than TV shows and movies. Today, I want to talk to you about some useful phrases that people use all the time when we talk about money. And today, I thought about talking about money because one of my listeners became a Patreon subscriber, which is a site where people who like the YouTube or the podcast can donate some money to support me, and it makes me very happy because we all need money. So thank you to the people who support me on Patreon, and let's talk about money. So the first phrase I thought of is it's worth it. So this is a phrase that we use all the time. So if you buy something, like for example, recently I told you I bought an Xbox. Actually, you can just about see it in the video. Xbox is pretty expensive. It costs a lot of money. But you could say, because it's very fun to play, you could say it's worth the money. So when you say it's worth the money, it means, the price is high, but you think, it's okay because the thing you bought is very fun or it's very useful. For example, if you buy a new car and it's expensive, but the car works very well, it has everything you need, you can say it's worth the money, or you can just say it's worth it. And this is one of those cases where in English, it is quite vague. It doesn't have an exact meaning. So sometimes when we say it's worth it, it could mean it's worth the money. It could mean it's worth the time. It could mean it's worth the effort. So we just say it's worth it. It means like there is value to this thing. And value means like again, kind of similar to worth it. So this was another phrase I wanted to explain. It's good value. So, for example, if you buy a TV, and again the price is a bit high, but you feel like the quality compared to the price is very good. So if you feel like you spent this much money, but the quality is like this, then you can say, oh, it's good value. So good value means maybe not cheap, but the quality is very good for the price. So if it is cheap, if you go to the shop and you buy, like 20 bananas for $2, you can come home and you can say it was a bargain. And bargain means like a really good price. It means perhaps compared to usual, it was very cheap. So the value was very, very good. You can say it was a bargain. So if you're in America or UK or somewhere else where they speak English, you might see on some shops or some stores, they might say like, many bargains or a lot of bargains or something. So bargain means like a really good price for something. And then, if you spend too much money, then a phrase we use a lot, you can say, I'm broke. If you say I'm broke, it means I have no money or almost no money. So if you're out with your friends and your friend says, let's go and go to a nice restaurant, you can say, sorry, I'm broke. And it means I don't have much money right now. And you might become broke if you blow your money. So if you think blow your money, you might think blow your money, but not that. It's not a literal meaning. It's an idiom. And blow your money means spend your money without thinking. So if you go into the city and you buy, expensive clothes, and then you buy expensive food and you buy expensive coffee, and then you realize you are broke, you realize you have no money, then you can say, oh, I blew my money. Or you might say to your friend, hey, don't go gambling you're going to blow your money. So it just means using your money in a way that's not very smart, maybe a bit like irresponsible. Yeah, so don't blow your money and don't go broke. Yeah, be careful with your money. Try to buy things that are good value, and you might find a bargain. So when you don't have enough money for something, and this is a really useful phrase you can use a lot, we say, so if you don't have enough money, we commonly say, I can't afford it. So again, if your friend says, let's go to an expensive restaurant, you can say, I don't have any money, I'm broke, so I can't afford it. And I can't afford it means I don't have enough money. So the opposite would be I can afford it. So if you want to buy an expensive car and your friend says, hey, don't blow your money, you can say, hey, I can afford it. Perhaps you're rich. If you're rich, you can afford anything. You can buy anything. So yeah, when you can afford it, it means you have enough money to buy it, and it won't cause you any problems. Because sometimes you have enough money, but if you spend that money, you can't pay your bills, you can't buy food, so then you can't afford it. So afford it means you have the freedom or you have the leeway. Yeah, it's like I can buy it and I will be okay. I have more money. Okay, so that's how you use afford. Someone who doesn't spend their money, there's different ways to say this. So if you don't like to waste your money, and waste your money is like blow your money, waste your money spending it on things that you maybe don't need. If you like to save your money and you only buy things you really need, then we say thrifty. So you can say, like if your friend, instead of going to an expensive store and buying like new brand clothes, if they go to like a recycle shop or a secondhand shop and they buy some, used clothes, and then but it looks, really nice. I usually buy used clothes, better for the environment, better for everybody. So if you buy some used clothes and it looks really good, you can say, oh, that was thrifty. So thrifty means like, you're using your money well, using your money sensibly. So, instead of wasting food, like if you buy lots of food and then you just waste it, like for example, your fruits, you buy too much fruit and they go rotten, they go bad, you didn't eat them, that was a waste of money. But if you see the fruits going bad and then you think, oh, I should make some jam, or I should bake a cake, I should use this fruit somehow so I don't waste it and I don't need to go and buy more food, then yeah, people would say, oh, you are thrifty. So thrifty is the positive way to say you're not spending your money. But a more negative way, so like something, you might say, like if your friend has a girlfriend and, you say to your friend, are you going to buy your girlfriend a present? And your friend says, I don't want to spend my money, so, I'm just going to buy her some cheap flowers, maybe just a small bunch of flowers, very cheap. He doesn't want to spend much money, and it's maybe you think, he should buy his girlfriend a better present. You can say, don't be stingy. So stingy is someone that is keeping their money and not spending it when maybe they should. Maybe it's someone's birthday, or maybe like, they just, perhaps like they have children and they should treat their children sometimes, sometimes take their children to the cinema, sometimes, take their children shopping, but they don't do anything. You can say if that's your friend, don't say this to strangers, but if it's your friend, you can say, hey, don't be stingy. So stingy is when you're really like keeping your money to yourself. And some people also say tight. They might say he is tight. And that means, again, the same thing, keeping his or her money to themselves. Yeah, keeping their money stingy or tight. So the opposite situation, if you're not stingy, then you are generous. So generous is not just for money. Generous means giving things to people without thinking about yourself. You're just helping other people or giving things to other people. That's generous. And if you're a generous person, if you go to dinner with your friend and you want to buy the food, you want to pay for the meal or pay for the drinks, you want to be nice to your friend, you can say, it's my treat. So we often use this word treat, like I will treat you, let me treat you. So treat means like if you do something like for example with a pet, if your pet does a trick, then you give the pet a treat. So normally treat as a noun, treat means like you did some hard work and now you have a good thing. So like if you exercise really hard, you're doing very well with your diet, and then you say, oh, I'm going to treat myself and have a cake. So it's like you worked really hard, so now you're just going to have a little nice thing. Then we say like a treat. But yeah, if you use it as a verb, so like I will treat you, then it means kind of, let me be nice to you, like give you a bit of a present and let me pay for this meal or something like that. So if you go for coffee, go for dinner, you can say, hey, my treat, it's my treat. Let me treat you. And they both mean I will pay for you. And you can also say, it's on me. And that's quite a common expression too. So it's on me. So it's a bit of an idiom. Yeah, we say, let me treat you, it's on me. And if you say it's on me, it means I will pay. Sometimes if you're in a restaurant and perhaps the restaurant owner is just very generous, maybe they're feeling happy, or maybe they made a mistake with your meal, they might say it's on the house. So you see, before I said it's on me, I will pay. When they say it's on the house, it means it's free. It means like the restaurant is going to pay for you. I mean, they don't need to pay because it's the restaurant. But if you're in a restaurant or a bar or a pub and they say it's on the house, that means it's free. So yeah, it could be that they're feeling in a good mood, or it could be that they made a mistake with your order or something, and they might say, don't worry, it's on the house. And that means, you don't need to pay. But yeah, if it's you paying for your friend, you can say, hey, it's on me. It's my treat. And you can also say, I'll get this. It's a phrase we use a lot. So it's on me, it's my treat, or I'll get this. You can like take the bill and say, hey, I'll get this. It means I'm going to pay. And then the opposite thing, if it's very expensive and you don't want to pay for your friend, you can say, let's split the bill. Or Americans would tend to say, let's split the check. So yeah, British people tend to say bill, Americans tend to say check, but it's the same meaning. And you can say, let's split the bill, or let's split this. So normally split means to take something in two parts. So split the bill means, separate. And then you can pay like half and half. And some people, it's a bit of an old expression now. So it's usually older people that say this, but sometimes people say go Dutch. Sorry to Dutch people. I don't know why there's this stereotype that Dutch people don't like spending their money or something. So I don't think it's a really good phrase because it's not nice to stereotype anyone. But I'm just telling you because you might hear people say, let's go Dutch. And that means, again, let's split the bill. Yeah, it's quite a common phrase. But like I said, I don't really like it because I don't like stereotyping people. I would just say, let's split the bill. Or let's pay half each. So quite easy. And just last thing, little bonus thing. If you're in the UK, the currency, the money is pounds. But a word that people will use a lot is quid. So instead of saying £5, a lot of people will say it's 5 quid. It costs 5 quid. And notice quid doesn't take an S. Like pounds, you say £1, £2, but quid is just 1 quid, 2 quid. Don't put an S on the end. And then there's also a similar word in America, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, where they use dollars. They say bucks. So instead of saying $1, $2, they'll say $1, $2. So yeah, theirs does take the S like normal. $3, $5. Yeah, so Australia, America, etc. $5. In the UK, people will say 5 quid. So yeah, those are important words to know because people use them a lot. Anyway, thank you all very much for listening today. If you're on the YouTube version, please subscribe, like, comment, and I will see you all back here next time.